Servus a vítejte. Kvůli velký zradě se to celý posralo. Jo, kdyby svět nebyl protkán zradou, samou zradou, mohlo to tady být mnohem krásnější. Myslím na světě, ne v tomhle světě. Takže, jdeme ven. Musíme teda zaběhnout do někam. Hejka!
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Jo.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Ano.
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Určitě ne.
But we were fighting the dark spawn. The king had nearly defeated them. Why would Loghain do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon. By ourselves? No Grey Warden has ever defeated a Blight without the army of a half-dozen nations at his back. Not to mention... I don't know how.
How to kill the archdemon, or how to raise an army? It seems to me those are two different questions, Have the Wardens no allies these days?
I don't know. Duncan said that the Grey Wardens of Orlais had been called, and Arl Eamon would never stand for this, surely. I suppose. Arl Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Okay.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens?
Yep, možná.
Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Super.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Jasně, že jo. Dobrá.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
You will regret saying that.
Dear sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
I just... Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so? I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Díky.
Farewell, mother.
Ale.
Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Super. Takže jdeme. Nevím, kam mám jít. Nový úkol. Do prčic. Hej, kur... No, tak tohle bude průšvih, vole, na všechny strany. Aha. Takže. Jeden... Kurva. Kvůli jednomu zrádci se to co... Počkat, ne? Jak to, že... Tak asi jo, vole. Vypadnem. Jasně, že jo. Proč ne? Jo, počkat. Já musím... Chatrč fle... Jo, tady musím. Mám jít sem, nebo ne? Kruci. Co to znamená? Ty vole, já si nezahraju, vole.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly.
Ty čuráku, vole.
There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most... fortuitous.
No.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Ty sračko, vole. Až budu mít příležitost.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
No. Tak, ty vole. A je to v hajzlu. Pejsku! Pejsku! Kurva. To znamená, že se něco muselo posrat. Sakra. Jdem za ním. Moment, tamhle je kytička. Máme další opa... Vy dementní hova... No tak ale ty vole, kouzly ty vole. Tady to musím sejít. Už cejku. Tak, jdu hajzlu kreténe. Ani. Tak, pejsku. Pejsku.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Super. Aha, jak se bude jmenovat pejsek? Nějaký drsný, neohrožený jméno. Třeba... Jak jinak? Tak, Alíku. Tak, berem. Tak, moment. Takže tady... Ale tenhle ten pošlu... Lektvar. Jo, jasný. Tak, co tady? Pejsku, pojď za mnou. Elfí kořen. Moment, tady bylo něco, uvni. Jo, nechcete mě? Tak, kořen smrti máme, super, a jdeme dál. Sice nevím... Sice vůbec nevím, k čemu to bude, respektive kam mám jít. Asi tady dál. Asi jo. Vždyť ale... No, jsem tam. Dorazil jsem do Fereldenu. A můžu zabít toho mamrda. Jupí, to bude to, co jsem potřeboval udělat. Nebo to, co potřebuji udělat. To, co měl udělat dávno. Každý, komu je to naprosto jasný, že odešel jako zbabělák.
Wake up, gentlemen! More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers!
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found. What do you say, gents? With that kind of bounty, we can retire. Let's be heroes to the kingdom.
Vždycky si zvolím špatně. Vždycky jsem si zvolil špatně. Tak ale...
It is begun.
Another battle, I see.
Tak ale...
Victorious.
Very well.
Moment, potřebuji léčit.
It shall be done. It is begun.
No tak, takhle.
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by. before the darkspawn get us all. Yes, yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry. But there aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Oh.
Bless you. The darkspawn can have this place.
Tak, super. Rytířův vzkaz. Tyvak. Počkat, já jdu na druhou stranu. Já bych si měl pročíst ty úkoly, ne? Jo. Ty vole, já jsem...
There it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked. Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first. Well, we'll need to decide eventually. Let's head into the village when you're ready.
I'm ready. Já už jsem byl připravený předtím, ty vole, než jste to zastavili. Hello?
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here. Then you'd best clear out. We're loyal to the king here, and word from the north is the wardens betrayed King Cailan. Tairn Loghain has a bounty on any who survived.
Aha.
Tairn Loghain? Betray Merrick's boy? Bah, your story needs a bit of work.
Víš co?
Don't let me stop you.
Víš co, blbečku, trhni si nohou. Kde seš ty, mám...
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll move on if you can. Lothering's lost. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend. Best of luck wherever you might go.
Dobrá. Ohni, já nevím, kam mám jít totiž. Počkat, tady jsou... Uprchlík.
There'll just be more bandits as soon as you leave.
Jejda. Uprchlík, farmář,
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Moment.
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Nemám zájem.
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving. And hear more belly aching? I'd rather take my goods back to Denerim. You wouldn't dare. I'm leaving.
Huh.
And who's gonna make me leave him? You? I hope the Darkspawn choke on your cheap hides. Ah!
I suppose it couldn't be helped. Maker, help us all.
Kruci. Počkat, on má tady ten dobrý, takže sílu, dáme to do síly a do obratnosti. Ne, počkat. Do síly, do obratnosti, do kondice. Tak, další. Tady. Další. Třeba tady. Super. Tak.
The chanters are still operating their
I shall do it.
Beru. Přijmout. Sice nevím, co jsem vzal.
That's dedication.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
Please, you're scaring the children.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us! This woman bears their evil stench! Can you not see the vile blackness that fills her?
Držu.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people! I will not be silent!
Please, stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us! No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight! There is nothing to do! No hope is left! Are you calling me a coward? I have shamed my ancestors, but the blackness will come.
Yeah.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. Our courage. But there's nothing we can do. Then, what shall we do? We must try to go north somehow. Your king is dead! There is no hope!
Ježíš, můžeš sklapnout už.
Very well.
Tak, já vůbec nevím, co mám dělat, ale ty vole.
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left. Make her watch over you.
Super.
It shall be done.
Oltář. Hej, já vůbec nevím, co mám dělat, vole. Moment, já bych se měl fakt podívat na ty úkoly všechny. A zjistit...
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde.
Tady něco.
We are the only hope
Ale
of protection
kámo.
this village has now, and I will not abandon.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Tak jdem najít.
Good luck to you. And to you, Alistair. I hope to one day see you again.
And you, Sir Donald.
Takže máme taky nějaký... Hej, počkat, ale ten mi musí...
It is good to see you again. Now then, what can I do for you? I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives. What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest. Why is that, if I may ask? I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern. If Arl Eamon were well, I have little doubt he would assist you. My quest, however, remains the same.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could. My mission takes priority, but I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Dobrá, takže teď OK. Něco máme. Takže nic. Počkat, já se tady podívám do deníčku. Tak, úkoly. Ale nákaza. Počkat. Počíňte si a doplňte zásoby. Získejte mágii z kruhu, získejte pomoc. Ježišmar, no tak to bude na miliardu let, vole, než se tady vůbec něco dozvím. Navíc ty vole, to fakt zdlouhavý, ty vole, jsem tady v podstatě nic neudělal. Za půl hodiny jsem ty vole nic neudělal. Tak dělej, vypadnem z chrámu a jdeme dál. No. Tabule, no a nic tady nemám, takže to nic, jdem se podívat teda. Jdem se podívat dál. Zkusíme tady.
Have you seen my mother? She's really tall and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting and I can't see her. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Tak jo.
A whole silver! Wow, thank you. So, are you really an elf? Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
Hele, tady
Just
mám...
how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say?
Ty tady zase miliarda...
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Co chce tady ten?
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of. Ever since good King Kalen passed, refugees and soldiers have been passing through. I'm the elder here, and I've my hands full making sure refugees don't turn to petty theft, or worse. Sir Bryant at the Chantry is seeing to matters of defence and such. He'd have more of an ear for your type.
Hey,
what do you wish of me?
Kurva.
Too much to do, and not enough time. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Yep.
Then you may be able to do us a lot of good. All manner of travellers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Super, takže tady další.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that
curious?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
How dare you accuse me of thievery? I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chasen would never stoop to
Tisra. You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. You mock me, or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
Nope. This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Yep.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. No doubt. What help do you seek? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true. Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
Eaten alive by Darkspawn. That's cruel. I wonder why the revered mother's so afraid of him.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened.
Moment, já potřebuji sílu vůle a kouzla. Počkat přežití. Počkat pasivní, dostat dokáže odhalit přítomnost blízkých bytostí. To nechci, nátlak. Aha. Já nechci, počkat, proč mám, nebo co mám tady? Zkušený bojový výcvik. Zlepšení. Jo, tak budeme řešit tohleto. A moment, co máme tady? Brnění, dotek zimy. Hele, tady, to beru, vole, jdeme do toho. Tak. To znamená, že... Ty vole, tady budu řešit zase celou... Už to vypadá, že nic nebude. Takže bych měl... Je tady něco? Není, ty vole. Není tady vůbec nic, vole. Tady odsud jsem přišel... Ne, nepřišel, vole.
Get back, Sandal! Don't let him touch you!
Do prdele. Ne. Já to mrdám. To píči fix, kurva, dráty mlfagot. Tak zase příště. Díky moc za všechno, mějte se a u příští epizody Servus. A nezapomeň, jsi můj nejlepší fanoušek.